Yo, what is going on, guys? This is the Walkthrough King, and here is an unofficial patch notes video basically for everything new that is in Season 11 of Fortnite, or Fortnite Chapter 2, Season 1, whatever you want to call it. That name's just really long, so we'll just refer to it as Season 11 for this video. Anyways, getting right to how you will start into the game, there is a brand new intro basically taking us from the black hole right into the intro cutscene. And at the end of the intro cutscene, you are actually put right into a live game as shown. That's actually a really insane way for them to start out the season. I gotta give some kudos to Epic. So, moving along, we now have 8 brand new default characters. They are scrolling across the screen now. Now let's get right into the main gameplay point of things. One of the new big features this season is you now have the ability to pick up your downed teammates, or you can even pick up an enemy. When you do have a picked up teammate or a picked up enemy, you have 2 options. One is you can yeet them, which is basically just throwing them really far, or the other option is just to set them down right in front of you. I know this is going to be one feature that I'm going to have to use a lot in the game. This is basically the point of view of you carrying teammates around, as well as this is what it looks like when you are being carried around. When you are carrying a teammate or being carried, neither player can do anything, so you can't really build, can't shoot, do any of that. Also, you cannot go into the water with a carried person. It will just end up throwing them right in the water. And there is a animation for when you are downed and in the water, like so. One other thing to note is that you can pick up a downed player and then take them into the back of the boat and have somebody drive around in the boat with them. Speaking of boats, this is the brand new vehicle that was added in for this season. Boats can actually go on land, and if you are the driver, you will have a missile launcher on the front that you can use. There is 3 slots in the back for different teammates or enemies to hop in the boat with you. And all in all, this is actually a really cool vehicle, and I think it's pretty balanced. The missile launcher isn't the end-all be-all, so you're probably not going to get a ton of kills with it, but it will help fend off against enemies. As you've already seen by now, there is a brand new map inside Fortnite. Basically, we have 13 new point of interests, I think it is, as well as a few returning point of interests. And as you can also tell, there is a brand new graphic style that has been added into the game. It looks a little more realistic than it was before, as well as the water itself now has water physics, as there is a major part with the water this season. Since there is such a huge part of the water in this season, we, of course, are now able to swim in Fortnite, as well as you can dolphin dive to pick up a little bit more speed. If you are not fast swimming, you are also able to shoot from the water, so you can try and get some kills. As well as you can now find fishing rods around the map, and when you pick those up, you could go to the nearest area that has water and start fishing. The loot from fishing is not really the best loot, but you can get some loot from fishing. Fishing rods can also be used on other players to pull them towards you. It only gives a little bit of a jump towards them, so you can't actually, like, drag somebody around. Fortnite add-in dragging. Getting into a few new game mechanics, one of the new game mechanics is you can now hide in haystacks and dumpsters that you can find around the map. Basically, when you are hiding in one of these, it does make a little bit of movement, so if somebody's running around in the area, they can spot that and end up seeing that you are in there. But if somebody is in a rush and they're running by, you definitely will get away with hiding in these. As well as if you find a gas station or a place that has propane tanks, you can shoot those and they will now explode and deal some damage to anybody that is nearby. Another change around the map is there are now new ways to heal when you're running around. Over in the Slurp River, if you go and stand in the glowing parts, you will now gain health and shields. If you want the fastest regen for this, I'd recommend going up to this giant pipe, as this gives you double the health and shield. There is also a new style of mushrooms that are around the map called Slurpy Shrooms. And if you find the slurp canisters around the map and you shoot and explode those, if you are in the radius of where it explodes, you will now gain some health from that too. Moving on to the weapons, we now have these things around the map called weapon upgrade stations. Basically, you can take a weapon to this station as long as it is not the gold variant, and you will be able to upgrade it up until the gold variant. How you upgrade this is it's very simple. You just have to have 3 set sizes of mats. As shown, this is the cost of upgrading each and every single variant up until gold. Speaking of the weapons themselves, they now have been streamlined, so the weapon pool is actually pretty small. I will have in the description every single weapon that you can actually find in the game. Each weapon will have a style all the way from gray to gold. Moving on to a few last quality of life changes. When you die, there's now a ready up end screen, so you don't actually have to go all the way back to the lobby. You could just ready up as soon as you die and go into the next match. The HUD in-game is also very different than in the past. I actually like the new HUD, except for I feel like the medals should not be always on the screen. Speaking of the medals, the challenges and the medals are now a brand new thing in the game. Challenges themselves have been in previous seasons, but they are now reworked and a little bit different. However, we now have a medal system. It's kind of like Call of Duty's medal system. As you do things throughout the game, you will earn accolades, they're called. And this will give you a little bit more XP as you're moving along. If you end up completing all of the accolades for a day, you have to wait until the next day in order to get some more. So this is kind of like our daily challenges. We also have a brand new lobby screen as well as some brand new menu styles. Another new feature is there is now duo emote. Here is one of the duo emotes shown. Basically, it's just a high five to where you can go up to another player and high five them. And the last thing that I'll get into for this video is that the Battle Pass and leveling system has been reworked as well. Instead of them being separate, the Battle Pass and level is now the exact same thing. So from levels 0 to 100, you will earn everything from the Battle Pass. And then afterwards, you can continually level up, I believe. Not really sure what the max level is, but I will update that in the description once it is known. Anyway, so that is the most important stuff that was added in with Season 11. I gotta say, Season 11 is absolutely insane so far. Really enjoying it. If there's any other minor details or anything else that I missed, I will be updating that into the description when I get a chance. Let me know what you guys think of Season 11. If you guys are getting anything from Season 11, code TWKNick in the item shop. This has been the Walkthrough King. Let me know you guys' thoughts on this. If you are new here, I definitely recommend subscribing, as I always post videos immediately as soon as I can of everything new that goes into Fortnite. This has been the Walkthrough King, and we will see you guys at the next one. Peace!